Telling you, boy, YouTube is getting crazier and crazier by the minute. Telling you, turn this TV down so I don't get hit with another copyright thing. They've been trying to kill me on that. Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Everybody hates Melle. Oh, they ain't pushing this video out because they don't want to hear the truth. What's up, Chappelle? Chilling. I guess they don't want to push the video out because I'm finna tell the truth. What's up, Mr. X? Well, Melle basically said some comments about Jay-Z, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Nas, and people are getting upset because they feel like, oh, he's hating. Why is it when a older statesman in the game of hip hop or whatever genre he's in, whether it's sports, whether it's entertainment, whether it's business, they always take how his perspective is as hating. I don't see it as hating. I mean, he's just being honest. He was just saying these dudes like to talk trash. And the problem is you have too many people taking what they say literally and they're transferring that into the real world. He said, I wish I like you, bro. Chill at the house. Well, I'm chilling for the day. I'll be back to work tomorrow, Chappelle. I work all 7 days and I work for like 10 to 11 hours a day. So trust me, in my days off from my other job, I'm working 24 hours. So you see these bags under my eyes. I don't get no sleep and I need to start to. But you can't get mad at one thing that he says and then like another thing. Melle has always had a strong opinion about things and how things go, how he feels about things. I mean, it's Melle. He has a right to say how he feels. I mean, people are like, well, you agreed with what he said about Eminem, but what about the other artists like Nas and all of them? I mean, Nas is not in my top five. So, like I said, Nas is a great guy in hip hop as far as rapping and putting words together and things. Influential. He's very influential, but I mean, I feel where he was coming from. He was just saying that just because they make great records that you like doesn't mean that you literally have to take them seriously. He just says that he looks at hip hop as like, yeah, we created it. He just looked at it as an escape away from reality, escape from the streets and stuff. And when they started rapping, all the dope boys and thugs wanted to be, you know, a lot of people, he looked at it like this was an escape from the world, what was going on in the community, what was going on everywhere. Melle is equating these artists' success, these rappers' success to what is your community looking like? Is your community strong? Are your kids getting a great education? Are they getting it from the house? Are they getting it from public schools, private schools? You know, What's my top 5 list? I got Big L, Biggie, Razzcast, Andre 3000, and 8 Ball from 8 Ball and MJG. Guy from Memphis, 8 Ball. That's my top 5. But Melle wasn't trying to basically diss anybody. He wasn't trying to diss Eminem. He wasn't trying to diss Nas and them, but he has a point. Like, what is their community? They're not. He looks at somebody changing the game like Tupac. Like Tupac got everybody rocking bandanas, thug life. Pac even had Nas put Godson across his belly. Pac had Thug Life cross his belly. Nas had Godson, which was a copying of Pac. He also had the bandana on in the "You Owe Me" video. So that's what he sees as greatness. If you change something, that's why in basketball, a lot of people don't consider Kobe Bryant great because they feel like, oh, you just took everything from Mike, you know. So that's why they feel like he never made a significant change. Like Allen Iverson was like Tupac. Like he changed the league. He changed everybody to what their wardrobe was, how they carried themselves. All these kids got tattoos with braids now. Oh, Sibo go hard. Rakim does too. Benny Siegel. That's a nice 5. What's up, Montrese, Mr. X? So it's like he just talking about from an aspect of like he looks at these artists as he looks at what you're doing for your community, how you're trying to change your community, um, where you're from. Did you leave it looking good, or are you even attempting to try to make it better? So I understand what he's saying, but like I said about what he said about, he was basically saying that the guys in the top 50 are niggas who talk shit, which he's right. Like in hip hop, all it is an art form where you're able to talk shit and to be braggadocious and to be boastful. It's a lot of people who don't look at hip hop or the artists of today or the 90s or 2000 as being influential. It's a lot of them. So I don't get caught up with a lot of older people say. Like, I don't care. Like, when I do my top 5 in basketball, football, hip hop, I don't care what people think. Baseball. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. That's how I look at it and stuff. And that's how he looks at it. He looks at it as these guys, they're okay, they're good at their art form, but they're not transcendent as far as changing the game and making other people and making other people follow what they're doing. Like Pac made everybody know that thug life shit. To stay by that thug life. That's funny. So, Oh man, Pac was extraordinary. He was a different cat. He made music. He changed the game. He was a great actor. He was gonna be a phenomenal actor if not for his untimely death. He was gonna be one of the best actors ever. Seriously, I really believe it. Pac was just so energetic, so inspirational. But even Melle said that DMX, Pac, I forgot the other guy, he said they're better actors than they are rappers. And I agree with him. Like they are. They're like like Pac is a great musician. He knows how to make music. He knows how to do what he has to do. He's not the biggest influencer, but he's in the top 3 or top 5. Yep, he got it from Oakland, California. Yep, he sure did. What's up, Malik? Yeah, he said Method Man. He said Method Man, Pac, and DMX were better actors than they were rappers. And I understood what he meant by that. When he's talking about rapping and the art form of spitting, he's talking about how when you're spitting words or you're spitting bars, your ability to twist words, to do different type of similes, to put verses here and there, and the way that you stretch certain bars and certain words have you like, wow, did he just say that? Like something that's a deep thinker. Like Biggie, I could throw a mic to Biggie, Big L, Ras Cass, Three Stacks, or 8 Ball. They'll just go. They'll just go. They'll let you know what's up. He was great, but made some huge mistakes too. I mean, if you want to say that, but Pac was human. I mean, his mistakes, I don't think he made really mistakes. I just think that society misjudged him. People in general misjudged him. They tried to make him guilty before they even had a chance to understand what he was talking about or what he was trying to bring to people in general. I think our problem as a society, we harp on people's mistakes too much instead of moving on and allowing that person to grow or be a better man or be a better woman. We're too busy harping on, oh, well, you stole from the store 10 years ago. That's 10 years ago. He's different now. Like, we don't give people a chance to actually own up to their mistakes or learn from their mistakes. That's what I'm saying. It's like everybody got the answers on the internet or in real life, and they don't. None of us got the answers. All of us are still trying to strive to be better than we were yesterday. Man, right, Pac could play any role. Exactly, Mello. He had range. He had a lot of range. Well, he had no choice, Chappelle, because that was really the only people who wanted him was Death Row, from what I heard at the time. And plus, they were going to give him as much protection as they can. They're mad about what Mel said about Eminem, Nas, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar. I didn't have a problem with what he was talking about because I know what he was talking about. I know what he was implying. He was basically saying, like, look, hip hop ain't nothing but an art of people talking shit. Dudes grab the mic, spit. Him and his guys, his forefathers, they never took rap literally. They just established it, said what they said, moved on. They would listen to the musicianship, the lyrics, the beat, the art of it. That was it. Excuse me. They really didn't take the record that they heard and make it into something in reality. They knew how to separate reality and spirituality from an art form or something that's being transferred throughout each community, whether it's black, white, Asian, whatever, everybody's gonna jam to it. I think so, Mello. Pac was number one. He didn't have the money to bail ball out. It's just, it is what it is, Chappelle. You know, we all don't understand, but at the time, Pac need to get his music going. He need to get on his grind. You know, he was fall behind, and Suge offered him something that a lot of other people didn't offer him. Like he gave him his masters eventually, and he gave him his own record label. You know, he was looking out for Pac, having his best interest, making deals that the other companies weren't doing. The other companies really didn't want to mess with Pac because they seen Pac as a thug, and he's always gonna cause problems. When honestly, like, Pac's one of the nicest people you could ever be around. You know, his birthday is the same birthday as my brother. My brother is June 16th. Pac is June 16th. It's the same day as my brother, Marlon. You know, the only difference is Marlon is more laid back. Pac is more energetic, and, you know, he's laid back too, but when it's time to get something done, he's energetic. Right, exactly, Daryl Clark. He basically saying like niggas did too much with the diss raps and the thug life's tough. Yeah, the tough, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's all he was saying. He wasn't dissing their art form or dissing what they did or how they, like, he didn't even diss Eminem. He even said Eminem could rap. Eminem could spit, but even Eminem admitted if he wasn't white, he wouldn't have sold as much as he did. And that's the facts. Yeah, Pac was a great person. What up, Matt Mizzle? Pac was a great person. Pac did a lot for people in general. Pac was, before his death, he was trying to bring everybody together, make a One Nation album. Not only that, he was trying to create our own political party where we don't have to rely on the Democrats or the Republicans. We would have had our own we would have had our own political party where we could vote, put our own people in office. Pac was a revolutionist. He was a revolutionist, aka revolutionary. That's what he was. 80s and 90s best classes of hip hop. I agree, Calvin. I agree. The 80s and 90s are the best genre of hip hop. I agree. Right, exactly, DC. I agree. Yeah, that One Nation album would have been awesome, Chappelle. That album would have changed the landscape of how to make music. It would have brought all sides together. We wouldn't have had all this beefing amongst one another. Because he trashed on rappers after his time, like he trashed Nas, Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, and Biggie. What's up, S Young? I don't think he trashed the rappers. I mean, I may look at it differently. I mean, I can't look at it from your point of view, so I won't disagree with you, little bro. I mean, I respect everything you bring, your facts and everything you bring to the table. Me, how I took it, I just took it as Melle is like your granddad or your dad, basically breaking down, okay, well, yeah, they said this and that, but what does your music translate to? Does your music help a certain person grow? Does it help your community grow? Does it help somebody be able to go get a 9-to-5 job or be able to open up their own business? Does it really help you in that aspect? No. He's basically saying, like, a lot of the rappers talk ish. They just talk they shit. They talk about something they may have seen through their eyes, and then they put it out there for the public, and the public is going to eat it and take it too literally instead of just listening to it as music. Like, you don't take it literally. You'll listen to Eminem and what he says, but you're not going to go out there and do what Eminem says. But other people will listen to Eminem and they'll take what he say and they'll literally go out there and do what they want to do. Hell yeah, DC. I listened to Beastie Boys and Run DMC the other day. They go hard. Right, exactly, Chappelle. That's his opinion. He's one of the forefathers of hip hop. So I respect everything he says because he's an older statesman in the game. What's up, Nets World? What's up, Roach? I grew up in Inglewood, New Jersey, a town where Sugar Hill Records were created. On my way to school, I used to see Melle battling the rappers on West Street. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Melle is the originator, non-grader. Battle rapping, making records, creating the MC and all of that stuff. Melle has done so much for hip hop. You know, I just think people take what he's saying as hate instead of actually listening to what he say. He's not really dissing anybody. He's just giving a form of information from what he contrived from listening to them. Now he can regurgitate the information back to you on how he feels about it. Like, I listen to Pac or I listen to 50 Cent or anybody. They talking about I'm going to go blow this dude brains away because he didn't pay me my cash. I'm not literally going to go do that in a situation if I got to go get some cash from somebody. First, I'm going to ask him, yo, why you ain't hit me up? Second of all, what's going on? Tell me the whole information. If he's not telling me something that I want to hear, you know, then I'm going to press his ass like, look, I need my bread. But it's other ways to handle a situation. You don't have to listen to 50 Cent on how he go back and get his bread and do what he does. No, that works for him. That doesn't work for you. Yeah, I saw that, Mr. X. Right, DC. What I think of the Jimmy G getting traded is stupid. The Raiders just got a poor man version of Derek Carr. Yeah, Mac, he did. Exactly. Your parents probably got criticized by their parents. Exactly. Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle. What's up, B. Wyatt? Yeah, they did, Roach. Sugar Hill stole all his money. All his money. Right, Chappelle. That's what I take from it. I don't really take nothing negative behind it. It was just him saying, like, these are just dudes who talk their shit. They're giving you a story or a perspective of what they seen through their lenses, and they're doing it for your entertainment. Now, what you do with that entertainment, if you decide to take that entertainment, go outside, like if a rapper from the West Coast was rapping to Chappelle and said, yeah, I went outside, bust this dude with my 9, ran off with his shine and told him that he a hoe, and I smashed his girl the next day. Then, you know, it's going to be like, Chappelle going to listen to it and be like, that shit fire. But Chappelle ain't finna go outside with smack the dude and then blast with the 9 because he doesn't have to do that. He really doesn't. Because it's just entertainment. It's a form of what you love listening to. This is why I tell people, when you come up with a top 5 in any genre of music or not only music, but sports, entertainment, it doesn't matter. That's your top 5. I can't tell Chappelle what's great or what's not great. Chappelle can't tell me what's great or what's not great. All I could do is go by what I feel is that. And that's all it is. Love your show. What's the difference between hip hop now compared to old school hip hop? The originality, Calvin. The difference between hip hop today as opposed to back in the day is originality. Today, everybody wants to sound the same. Everybody wants to do the same beats instead of somebody doing their own beats or doing their own verses or doing their own lyrics. They're trying to sound like everybody else instead of sounding like themselves. So the difference between old school hip hop and today's hip hop, to summarize it for you, originality. That's the difference. What's up, MDT? Right, exactly. People defend Eminem. Yeah, let him speak for himself. Oh, Chappelle, Jimmy G went to the Raiders. He signed a 3-year deal for like 67 some million, 30 million some guaranteed. Do like Raekwon that come to the label with 30, they'll cut you a check. Right. Do like Raekwon, come to the label with 30 dudes, they'll cut you a check. Facts. What's up, Nicholas Jacobs? Peace and blessings, AG. People are hating on Melle now, huh? Well, they not hating on him, Nick. They're just outraged because they don't like what he said about Nas, Biggie, Kendrick, Jay-Z, and Eminem. I mean, he told the truth. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with what he said. He makes a valid point. I don't know why people are just destroying him because he made a point. It's like nobody can make their point anymore. Nobody can say how they feel anymore. It's like we all have to say and have the same mind. What? You don't like Michael Jordan? You don't know none about basketball. You don't know about LeBron? You don't know none about basketball. It's like, bro, like, I know basketball. Those two just weren't my favorite players. What's up, Fast Break? Chilling. No. If Dak was white, no. Dak's skin tone doesn't have to do with anything. Roger Staubach is the greatest cowboy of all time, period. That's Captain America. He's the greatest cowboy ever. Exactly, MDT. You can't disrespect the OG. I say it all the time. It's your fault if you put a celebrity on a pedestal. People be surprised when their hero is just a regular human like the rest of us. That's facts. I mean, look, Allen Iverson coming up. They were targeting Allen Iverson, but some of the stuff Allen did was put on himself. At the end of the day, I loved Allen Iverson, but I'm not going to do what Allen Iverson does because I'm not, how do I say it? I didn't come up from that. I grew up in a 2-parent household. My dad was a pastor. My mother was a business owner. She owned a printing company. And that's what she did. Like, didn't grow up in the hood, grew up in middle class America. There were parts around us that was hood and the projects, but I mean, everybody was very cordial to one another. We had a next door neighbor. He loved to steal from us because he had a problem. Like, he mentally wasn't there and he was on hard drugs. But it is what it is. People are going to be who they are. You got to stop putting these people on a pedestal like Daryl Clark said. Stop putting these celebrities on a pedestal. You got to. Right, they surprised by John Strip Club. Exactly, Chappelle. Dak is mixed. He's black and white. Correct. He's a mulatto. What's up, Conspiracy Theorist 101? Glad to see you today. Yeah, Jimmy G went to the Raiders, Felton. He signed, I think, a 3 or 4 year deal for $67.5 million, 30-some million guaranteed. He says silver and black. The HD confidence, Kobe, Colorado situation, not Ja, Colorado situation. It basically letting you know, Mello, if you a real dude, a real black man, stay the hell out of Colorado. For real. Yeah, they're mad at Big Gip too, Roach. But Big Gip told the truth. I don't see what they're mad at. Big Gip told the truth. So did Melle. They both spoke their truth. I don't see nothing wrong with what they said. He didn't really say nothing bad about Nas or Big. He just said they're niggas who talk shit in their hip hop records. They just talk shit. They weren't they're not changing the world. They're not changing the culture. their neighborhoods where they're from is still messed up. They're not changing anything. Like, they're not influential in the kids learning something, going to school, learning something different, or being homeschooled, or being taught the intricacies of being successful, running your own business, just different things of life that could better our people or better people in general that they haven't preached to them. That's what he was saying. Yeah, I like Penny and Shaq better than Kobe and Shaq too. I do too. Yeah, the Steelers signed Patrick Peterson. Yeah, the new rappers today, I listen to new rappers today too. I listen to a lot of the females in drill rap, like Maya V, Kenzo B, Murder B, all these B's. I mean, I listen to new school music. I listen to every genre of music. I listen to my parents' music, their parents' music. I listen to my music. I listen to the young guys' music. I don't have a problem with it. The Vikings doing a rebuild. Why? All they got to do is get a new quarterback. Just get rid of Kirk Cousins. Yeah, they're a done deal, Daryl. The problem is that Aaron Rodgers hasn't signed off on anything yet. But the Jets and Packers have a deal together. So that deal's done. Now it's in Aaron Rodgers. It's in his hands. Are you going to come or are you not going to come? Like, come on. He said, what up, love and success? He say, stay out of them snitching ass strip clubs. Hey, I can't. If I was in Houston or Dallas right now, I would be at the strip club right now. Trust me. I will be at a strip club when I go back to Houston or Dallas or Florida. Right, exactly, fast break. Melle did not exclude himself from the list. He said that he's the same as Nas, J, and them. I'm a nigga who talks shit, so don't take everything I say literally. That's what I'm saying. People don't listen to Melle. They're just destroying Melle and not listening to what he said. Jimmy G ain't gonna do shit. He gonna probably be hurt by week 6 or 7. Oh man, I already know, Mello. That's penny. That's 1 cent. No, it's not penny. It's pretty. It's pretty, nigga. His grandma was trying to call him pretty, but she couldn't. It sounded like penny. So it's pretty, man. That's pretty out there. Pretty doing his thing. Man, Aaron about to retire. Aaron gonna retire like, I can't take this no more. Because, see, Aaron Rodgers wants to stay in Green Bay, but Green Bay don't want him no more. So now he don't want to go to New York. New York's the only team that wants Aaron. Nobody else wants him. And the reason why, because he's a procrastinator. That's all he does. He procrastinates. He's always crying. Oh, I had to go to a dark room. Skip was joyful about. I know Skip was joyful. Baker ain't shit. If Baker come to Tampa, he gonna flame out and he gonna get another backup job somewhere else. Listen, when you're white, you're right. If you're black, you're whack. Yeah, they're gonna treat him like they did AI, and he said, and HD said it factually was by his own mistake. Yeah, exactly. S Young. It's by his own mistake. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You made a mistake. I mean, the kids flashed the gun. He made a mistake. Let's move on. But they can't move on because this is a $1 billion business we're in. You guys have got to understand. This is a $1 billion business. Their whole thing is to devalue the athlete so they can sell them a contract at the lowest price. The point of being a billionaire is getting cheap labor. That's the facts. Yeah, Darnold going to the Niners. We'll see. Who's the GOAT after Jordan? Michael Jordan's not my GOAT. I don't have a GOAT. I just have 5 favorite players that I love watching. That's Kobe, Hakeem, Dennis Rodman, Tim Duncan, and Iverson. Those are my 5 favorite players. I don't have a GOAT. There's no such thing as a GOAT in a team sport. If you play golf or tennis, you're the GOAT because you have to do everything by yourself. There's no GOAT in a team sport. But no, Jordan's not my GOAT. I didn't like Jordan growing up at all. No, Aaron Rodgers goes to these rooms and he has a healing or cleansing process. It's like, what? It's a healing and cleansing process. And then after he's done, he comes back and he's all healthy again. It's all kumbaya and shit. It's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. But it's okay because it's Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers. That's why. Yeah, Brock. Nah, Brock has to go through it with Trey Lance. Him and Trey Lance are gonna battle it out in camp. Yeah, you could say Michael Phelps is the GOAT. Yeah. In swimming, you could say Michael Phelps because it's one-on-one. In boxing, you can actually have a GOAT in boxing because it's one-on-one. You don't have nobody helping you throw hands. You don't have nobody helping you swim. In basketball, dog, or in football, you need a guy. You have to depend on your teammates. That's why I'm saying it's no damn GOAT out there. It's like it's the dumbest statement. The only reason they come up with the GOAT, and plus they weren't even calling Mike the GOAT then. The GOAT didn't come around until LL Cool J dubbed the GOAT album. When LL Cool J came out with GOAT the album, that's when everybody was talking about, oh, Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Yeah, he a GOAT. Before that, they just said that Michael was like the greatest player of that era, the 90s or the 80s or whatever. They weren't calling him the greatest of all time because Michael Jordan even said it himself. Let me see if I could pull it up. Michael Jordan even said it. And this was interesting because, everyone thought Mike was just going to come out and just call himself the GOAT like LeBrownies did, but he didn't. Michael said it the best.
It was always
fair use,
him or Jack, and that conversation is pretty much over to most people.
Can y'all hear it?
I beg to differ, and I'll give a different analogy to that because, first of all, you're never going to say who's the greatest of all time. To me, I think that's more for PR and more for selling stories.
Y'all can hear it?
Hype. Jack and Tiger never played against each other. They never played in the same tournament. They never played with the same equipment. They never played with the same, length of golf course. I never played against Will Chamberlain. I never played against, Jerry West. To now say that, one's greater than the other is being a little bit, unfair. I think when you can see the similarities and you understand, this is one way you can judge the two. How much impact did each change or evolve the game? Jack during his time when he played, but Tiger during his time. Now, obviously Jack won more during the time he played. Tiger evolved it to where it was, it crossed a lot of different boundaries, where it's not just a white guy's sport. The black guys, Afro-American, all the minorities play the game. And you play it at a level to where it generated so much interest financially, that it grew the game from a financial standpoint. Now, does that
Facts.
constitute him being the greatest, or does that mean he's any less than Jack? I think is unfair.
Right.
Yeah, Jack probably has 18 more majors, 18 majors, and Tiger's got 14. And I think those are when, that's how people are judging certain things. I won 6 championships. Bill Russell won 11. Does that make Bill Russell better than me and make me better than him? No, because we play at different eras. So when you try to equate who's the greatest of all time, it's an unfair parallel. It's an unfair choice. And I think, those are the demons that, obviously Tiger had to live with. And he's going to be challenged. And he's going to be graded upon that. But for me, I think they're both great. I would never say one is greater than the other. That's me. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Exactly. So there's no such thing as a greatest of all time. You really can't equate because you got to look at the different styles. You got to look at the different eras. A young kid may come up and say, well, LeBron and Steph Curry are the greatest I've ever seen. That doesn't mean that I have to say, well, whatever you saying is bullshit. No, it's just that's how he feels. My issue is when the young cats and some of these older cats try to make you like LeBron or Steph Curry and try to force you to like them. That's where I have a problem. I'm like, nigga, you ain't gonna force me to like nobody. Like, get the hell away from me before I slap the shit out you. I like what I like. I want what I want. I drink what I drink. I eat what I eat. So don't tell me what the hell is great unless it's from my perspective. Now, if it's from your perspective, you feel this is great, bet. But you cannot equate somebody who played 20 years ago or 30 years ago compared to a player who plays now. You can't compare it. Different rules, different game, different structure of teams. The play style is different. Guys don't have to stay on a team for 6, 8, 9 years. They could leave after their 3rd or 4th year, or they could get traded after their 3rd or 4th year, go to another team, and they don't have to struggle no more. So all of this stuff that people keep saying, oh, this is the greatest of all. It's like, bro, they put that out there to sell merchandise, to monetize the GOAT title and the championships. But nobody was yelling out GOAT until LL Cool J came out with the album GOAT. When he came out with the album GOAT, that's when everybody was like, oh, okay, yeah, Michael's the GOAT. Mike's the GOAT. LeBron's the GOAT. Kobe's the GOAT. All this crazy stuff. It's like, bro. And that's the facts. It came out in 2001. This album here. This album here. This is what made you start calling everybody the GOAT. This album cover. This is one of my favorite albums that LL has ever done. I still bang this album today. This is why I have no problem when people say he's the greatest of all time. I don't got no problem. That's the cover. Fair Usac, fair Usac. That's the cover. Right, exactly. They be trying to force you to like the LeBron fan. It's like, bro, I don't like LeBron. I don't like him. So stop trying to tell me what to like and what not to like. And stop telling me he's the greatest basketball player ever when I've seen better. This is what I'm saying. Nah, they really not loving success. Yep, exactly, Daryl. The NBA never really had a shot clock. Yep, exactly, Mello. GOAT used to be a bad term. They used to call it people the scapegoat. Yep, exactly. Exactly, DC. They would say he's one of the greats. Yep. And guess who Michael Jordan think the greatest is? Michael Jordan said Oscar Robertson is the greatest of all time. He said it. But Jordan fans, they're going to argue with you. They're going to try to tell you, you don't know what you're talking about. And that's what I'm saying. Because Michael Jordan respected the game. Are you going to watch the Air movie about Nike and Jordan? No, I'm not finna go watch that shit. I didn't like Michael Jordan, bro. I'll watch it when it come out on Netflix or something, or come out on the TV, HBO Max or whatever, but I'm not finna go watch that shit. I don't like Michael Jordan. I never did. I never liked him, Mike. I didn't like LeBron. I don't like them guys. I didn't like Kobe at first. I hated Kobe at first. I couldn't stand Kobe. I was a Spreewell, Penny, what was my other guy? Mighty Mouse. I was a Dame Stoudemire guy. Hakeem Olajuwon, because he whooped my Magic ass. Those are my guys. Right, exactly. I respect Brady's game, but I don't like Brady. I'm not a Brady fan. I don't like Brady. Yeah, I think they are loving success. I just don't know when. I got to look it up. Right, facts, DC. I agree. Yeah, loving success. We all loved it AI. We liked it AI. I liked the Spreewell. I liked the Vince Carter. I liked the T-Mac. I did not like Kobe. I hated Kobe. Until I actually started watching him, I was like, man, this dude cold. That's when I realized, yeah, he's the best in the league. Period. He the best. The dude was incredible. If you watch his footwork, you watch his paying attention to detail, you watch how he could shoot from any spot on the floor, it was insane. He said, I figured you might say that. I wanted to hear anyway. Feltimore done set me up. Well, yeah, Feltimore, I'm not going to go see that Air shit. You're right. I am not going to see that bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Fast break. We hated Kobe. We loved it AI. We were AI until the death. It's facts. I hated Shaq. I hated Kobe. I loved AI. I love Latrell Sprewell, Robert Ory. Tell you. I just ain't like them two dudes. Right, exactly, DC. Oh man, Mello, you missed it. AI in his prime. AI in his prime was sick. I mean, sick. The things he did at each level of the floor was incredible. It was incredible. He said, I'll tell you how the Air movie went. Yeah, let me know how it goes, because I'm not watching that shit at all. All right, Felton, be safe. Exactly, fast break. Dude was a legend. Yeah, that's the only game they show. Yep. Because that was the best game of the series. Right, exactly, DC. But yeah, Melle didn't do nothing wrong. Let the man live. He said what he said. He's entitled to his opinion. So thank y'all for listening, and I am out. Deezy.